Okay, I got water. Okay. Uh, Um, Let us begin. Hello, everybody. Um, day two. Day two. Pretty exciting. Aiming for 30 minutes today, but once again, if we leave off in a pretty good place, I'll extend it. I'm pretty excited. Every day, trying to improve every day. Okay. I don't really have anything else to say. Um, I don't know. Okay, let's go. Full screen, I guess. Boom. Chapter 2, pronounce it properly, enunciate. In this chapter, the stress of it all, finding fluidity, getting the accent phonetically yours. Okay, okay, you know what? I should have skipped ahead just to see what I was in for, but you know what? This is good too. When you speak French, you want to sound like they do in the movies. Irresistible, romantic, sexy, sophisticated, chic. It's only natural. So lose your inhibitions and put on your best French accent and repeat and practice the sounds of the language. Although different from English, these sounds are not too difficult to master. Just follow the rules, learn the proper pronunciation of the phonetic symbols, be patient, and you're on your way. This is a work chapter. It's not terribly exciting, it's not particularly fun, and it's not especially amusing. But don't be reluctant to see it through. Just like anything you might have to learn, a sport, a hobby, a trade, or profession, there's work involved, and you must be committed to putting in a certain amount of effort. Think of learning a language as a mental fitness routine. Start slowly and carefully, work up to a pace that suits you. Remember, you don't want to burn yourself out at the first workout, so give it your best shot and practice, practice, practice. Alright. Okay, so since it's a work thing, I'm assuming there's going to be exercises involved. And for that, I have a clipboard. There you guys can see. And then I'll be using a piece of paper. Okay, this is ripped. Right? That's okay. It's a white printer paper, and I'll be using a pen, so I can see it better. And but if it's small, like tiny extras, I might use like a sticky note. But that's just me. Oh boy. My apologies. I'm texting real quick, letting them know I'm be a little busy. Okay. Okay. Excited. You're excited. Everyone's excited. Boom. Let's go. Next page. Do you have stress? Pitfall. The one thing that you really want to avoid is overstress. Do not overemphasize letters, words, or symbols. This will target you as a novice and will ruin the sounds of the language. Okay, I probably will. I might, obviously, I'm probably gonna do that. In French, each syllable of a word has just about equal stress, so when speaking, try to pronounce each syllable of a word with equal emphasis. When you remember, place a slightly stronger emphasis on the last syllable of a group of words. Speak smoothly, speak musically, and speak evenly. My best advice for maximum results: stay on an even keel. Shall we have a liaison, or would you prefer an Elysian? Elysion? Elysian? I don't know. Liaison, linking, and Elysian, sliding, are two linguistic elements of the French language that give it its fluidity and melodious beauty. Liaison. Do I really wish I could like zoom in? I don't want to like shove my face in the camera, but as a rule, keep the following in mind. H and Y are considered vowels in French, and N in the pronunciation guide refers to nasal sounds, which are explained in more detail later in this chapter. Liaison refers to the linking of the final consonant of one word with the beginning vowel of the next word. There are many rules in French explaining when a liaison is mandatory, optional, and forbidden. I could go on for pages boring you with rules you'll probably never remember. For that reason, simply follow a pronunciation guide provided in this chapter and phonetic keys for words, phrases throughout the book. Words and phrases throughout the book. Make a liaison when you see that the pronunciation of the last consonant sound of one word precedes the beginning vowel of the next word. Look at the first example to get a better idea. Honestly, I don't know what I read, so hopefully this example will help. The first word is vous. Oh, pronounced vous. There you go, vous. Its final S, pronounced Z, is linked to the beginning of the next word, arrivas. The pronunciation of this word is now zarive, and the necessary liaison has been painlessly achieved. When in doubt, follow the guide. I don't know. Words. Vous arrivez. Vous arrivez. Vous arrivez. Huh. The S makes a Z sound. But then the Z at the at the final letter of the word doesn't make any sense. Mon ami. So it's almost like combining. I think. Oh, fluidity is okay. It's like it says linking. It's linking the two words, so it creates a smoother transition. Think. Elysion. Is it Elysian? Elysion. I'm gonna search it up just in case I don't make a fool of myself. Elision. Yeah, I think I was right the first time. Elision occurs when there are two pronounced vowel sounds, one at the end of a word and the other at the beginning of the next word. The first vowel is dropped and replaced by an apostrophe. To pronounce the words, simply slide them together. If you try to say them separately, the vowel sounds will clash, and you'll probably feel like you have a word stuck in your throat. Elision is a very natural device and gives the language fluidity. The following is an example of elision. Words. J'arrive, then squish them together. J'arrive, but oh, Zariv. Zariv? Zariv. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, the first vowel is dropped and it's replaced, but I don't. But that means it's completely. It's like dropped, I guess. L'hôtel. Le hotel. Le hotel. L'hotel. Come on. Accentuate the positive. If this is your first experience with a foreign language, you'll probably be mystified by accent marks. Just think of them as pronunciation guideposts that will help you speak like an old pro. Your own personal accent. For some, French pronunciation is a breeze if you're lucky enough to have been born with a good ear. Chances are you can carry a tune or play a musical instrument. You'll imitate the lilt in notations and stress without a problem. For most of us, however, pronunciation is not without problems. If this is you, you're in good company. Consider my former college French literature teacher, a Rhodes Scholar from Oxford University, who later went on to become chairman of the Romance Language Department. That is interesting. That's an interesting title for a department. What was that? He was charming, interesting, sweet, very, very intellectual, well read, and knowledgeable. He also had the worst French accent I've ever heard. He pronounced every word, every syllable, every letter so harshly and with such stress and emphasis that the students would sit in class squinting in pain. He butchered the pronunciation so much that it was memorable. In my more naive days, I often wondered why he would teach a language he obviously had so much trouble speaking. When I think back, I realized that it didn't really matter at all. Why? Because we all understood him despite his terrible pronunciation. And that du bon du batons is a very valuable lesson for us all. No matter what you sound like, and you couldn't sound any worse than this teacher, if you use the correct vocabulary words, you will be able to make yourself understood. That should be your goal. Nobody is going to laugh at you. They might just say pardon more than usual. In the end, your level of competence in pronunciation is no big deal. So relax, try your best, and above all, don't be discouraged. Okay. Water break. Okay. Reading all this makes my mouth dry. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, accent marks. As a rule, the E with a slant pointing right may replace an S that used to exist in the world in Old French. Oh boy. Adding a mental S immediately after the E may enable you to easily determine the meaning of a word. So if you see if the meaning jumps out at you. Is sponge, eponge, as in sponge. Sponge. Okay. A stranger. Okay. There are 5 different accent marks in French that may be used to change the sounds of letters. E versus E, the directions of the accent marks. A versus A, and so on. To differentiate them between the meanings of two words whose spellings are otherwise the same, a has and a, to, at, o, or, and o, where, and so on. I have no idea what any of that means. Or to replace an S that was part of a word many centuries ago in Old French. An accent aigu is seen only on an E. Whoa, this is more stressed out. We're barely in page 12. An accent grave is used with A, E, and U. On an E, an accent grave produces the sound of A, as in the E in the English word met. Because the my voice. I don't know where that came from. It doesn't change the sound of the A or U. An accent circumflex may be used on all vowels. The vowel sounds are longer for A and O, slightly longer for E, and are imperceptible on I and U. Oh, okay. So the first one, I guess I'm gonna give them weird names. Little hair strand pointing to the right is only on E, and then if it, I wish I can mark actually in some of the pages. And the right hair strand makes the sound A as in day. So if you see the little guy, it's A. Next engraved. So it's the hair strand left hair strand can be applied with A, E, and U. And on an E, so E, right hair strand, it produces A in me. But it doesn't change the sounds for A and U. Meaning if you see, well, it's kind of weird. Now, I have no beef. Calm down. I have no beef. It is just all new. So I'm going to ask a lot of questions, but doesn't mean I have beef. I'm not mad at anyone. I have no problem with the language. It is kind of like strange. Because, we don't have that. So, but this is okay. So if you have an A and then left hair strand A, they make the same sound. Same with the U. So, but then the little hat can be applied to all vowels. And there we go. As a rule, the circumflex also often replaces an S from Old French. Simply stick a mental S in the word to see if the meaning jumps out to you. Arreter as in arrest. And fete as in feast, festival. Oh, I don't even know how to say this word. Sedum. We'll look these up. These. Oh man, I haven't. Cedilla. Cedilla. So C with a little beard is often only used on a C. When the C comes before an A O U, it means that you pronounce the letter as a soft C, the sound of S. A trema occurs on a second vowel in series. This accent indicates that the two vowels are pronounced separately, each having its own distinct sound. Eiti, and Noel. Okay. So it's like a, like a, because normally when vowels are together, they kind of make sound. They combine sounds, but this one, it's separate. Each vowel has its own sound. There sure are a lot of vowel sounds. Okay. What's my timestamp here? I'm at 21 minutes. Okay. Let me see. When's chapter 2? Chapter 3. Am I cooked? Oh, I'm so 25? Where's my. Okay, we'll try to see how much we finish in 12 minutes. As a rule, remember the accent grave over the A doesn't change the pronunciation, while the little hat A is given a longer sound. French vowels are a bit complicated. Why? In general, each vowel has a number of different sounds. There are specific rules and accent marks that help you determine how a vowel is to be pronounced. I've included some practice exercises to help you. Some of the sentences are pretty silly, but they will help you learn how to pronounce the vowel sounds. French letter A, left hair strand A, and then the little hat A. They all make the sound. Say as in spa. I'm gonna write these down. Whoa, okay. Before I write them down. Open wide. Not too wide. Okay. The nose of the dentist. They say ah. Sala. Ma. Not ma. Think ma. So I'm getting sa. Ta. Va. Pa. Canada. Boom, I'm French. It's a bad joke. French letter. Left hair strand E. Final ER and EZ. ES in some one syllable words. A few AIET combinations. They make the sound A as in day. Day. Okay, I found my phone. Okay, so I'm guessing all these make the A sound. Day, A, right? E, left hair strand E, final ER, and EZ are always pronounced A. Instead of driving yourself crazy trying to remember the rules, which are vague, oh man, just look at the simple guide. You have a little guide. It's a lot of words. Bay, bay. A. Remember A? We were just talking about A. Whoa. OER. Don say. So not dancer, but Don say. Don say. And Shay. Tele. Rive. Then ne. Meteo. Desire. Ale. Ate. Whoa. Parlay. Passe. Rene. Tourne. And I'll say. Okay. I don't know if I said any of those right. Hopefully I don't get banned or something. Okay, on to the next page. Slowly working our way through. Oh, there's more. Okay, there's more. Day. A again. Oh no. Lay. May. Tay. Then say. As a rule, ET meaning and AI used with J meaning I have will obviously crop up a lot. Because of their high frequency, it's best to learn them as soon as possible. You'll be glad you did. So, A and A. A as an and A as in so I forgot what J is supposed to be with. Whew. French letter. E in one syllable words or in the middle of a word followed by a single consonant. Say E as in the. Again, this is another rule that requires too much thought for simple conversational French. Consult the pronunciation guide until the rule becomes second nature. Run guard day. Demander. Le prenom. No. Venir. De. And repasser. French letter. Okay, all these E's plus two consonants or a final product consonant. E. Say E as in met. Eh. At this point, don't overwhelm yourself with rules. When in doubt, let the guide do the work for you. With practice, you'll get the hang of it. Tre, mer, mer, air, ah, Hachette, bibliothèque. I'm already exhausted. I say exhausted. Okay, on to the next one. Ooh, more guides, more guides. Okay, maybe I think I'll just choose a few of these as I'm making like a little guidebook. This is crazy. Fête, et, quel, ballet, se, sexe, aider, tête, tête, set, sel, bonnet, trans, jamais, être, rester, chef, jouer, scène, chaise, même, meme, même, concert, cher, complet, ben, mais, prêter, Suzette, chet, cabinet, blé, American. Okay, I know this is brutal, but I think it's important to say all these. That way my mouth can get sort of warm up to the French language. Okay. I, Y, and UI. E. Say I as in magazine. Smile and show your teeth when you say E. Show my teeth. E. E. Il. Sylvie. Wheat. Ici. Lycée. Nuit. Midi. Meter. Mister. Qui. Timide. Dean. Guide. Visiter. Il, and bruit. French letter E, I, L, when preceded by a vowel. Y. Say Y as in y, your. Or the ILL, IAL, or EIL combinations. Remember to keep the L silent. Oh, so y, that'd be y. Was AI and AE. AI and EI. Eh. So it'd be what would it be? Ye, and Fi, fille, fille, ye, travail, famille, soleil, Day. Uh. Uh. Ooh. Look at that word. That's three vowels and then a consonant. That's killer. Be. Day. Day. Tay. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna insert me. I'm not gonna lie. My brain is like getting so fried. How many more of these? Oh no. I have to say these because if I want to get practice in, I have to butcher my my sort of. I have to morph my mouth into French. If that makes any sense. I'm probably gonna stop. I'm probably gonna keep going for another 9 minutes because this is important. French letter I plus IL in these words only. Eel. Say the word eel. I can't remember a single thing. Every rule has an exception. Or in this case, because there aren't too many, the words might be worth memorizing, especially when they're used frequently. Veal, velas, meal, miloin, million, tranquil. French letter O before SC. That O last pronounced sound of word O A U and E A U. O. Say O as in no. Keep your lips rounded to pronounce this very open O sound. Once again, for O, there are many letter combinations you'll have to learn eventually. For the time being, follow the pronunciation guide. Radio, hotel, o, tro, alo, oc, bo, mo, to, zone, condo, stilo, bianto, or otter, gato, velo, hospital, auteur, manto. French letter O when followed by a pronounced consonant other than S. O. O as in love. Love. This O is not nearly as rounded and open as the one before. It may take some practice to distinguish between the two. If you can't, don't worry. Chances are no one's listening that closely anyway. As you practice, try to hear the difference. Thankfully, there's no one here, so I can fit as much as I want. Notre, pomme, donner, téléphone, October. Oh my, okay. French letter OU, OU, and OU as in oo, say oo, as in tooth. Round your lips to say oo. Toujours, écouter, douze, do, beaucoup, ou, and goo. O-Y, O-Y, wah. Say W as in watch. I feel like a little kid learning his ABCs, bro. Moi, voyage, trois, trois, toi, voyage, swore, voix, water, pourquoi, and then you as ew. No equivalent. What does that mean? Pitfall. You may be tempted to pronounce OI like oi as the sound heard at the beginning of the word oyster. Avoid the pitfall. Practice the correct wa sound until you get it down, Pat. There really is no English sound that is equivalent to the French U sound. Try the following for best results. Say the sound oo as in Sue while trying to say E as in see. Oo, ooey, ooey. Ah, ooey. As you try to make the sound, concentrate on puckering your lips as if you just ate a very sour pickle. Ooey, ooey. That's about as close as you can get. If you say ooh, don't worry, you'll be understood. This is a foreign sound that requires concentration and practice. Ooey, ooey. Zooey, mama. Super. Sur. Tu. Du. Dui. Ui. Euin. Salut. Salut. Okay. 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 We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm sorry, guys. All part of the. It's already 43 minutes in. Okay. Don't worry, we're almost done. So that's why I have a nose. You must use your nose and your mouth to produce a French nasal sound. Here's how it's done. Hold your nose, then use your mouth to say the vowel sound. It's that simple. Of. I'm gonna hold my nose. It says that is better right here. Do it with my right. Do it with my left. Of course, you're not gonna go. You're not going to walk around with your hand on your nose. That's just a technique to get you started and to make sure you aware of typing. To make you aware of what a nasal sound should sound like. We are so accustomed to taking English pronunciation for granted that we never stop to consider how we produce certain sounds. When learning a foreign language, it's sometimes necessary to pause and think about the sounds we want to make. Look at those words. We gotta practice. Be careful. There is no nasal sound in the following combinations. Vowel mm, vowel m, vowel, vowel n vowel, or vowel n, and then vowel n vowel. Word o, and born. Nasal sounds will occur when a vowel is followed by a single n or m in the same syllable. In the pronunciation guide, you will see a vowel sound followed by n. This indicates that you must make a nasal sound. An, am, and m, and similar to on with a little emphasis on n. Now hold your nose, say on, and you'll quickly get the hang of it. Watch for the N indicating the vowel sound. On, on, français, 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 I don't know. Dice, Dun, Mamun, Encore, Tun, Anglais, Ambiance, Souvent, Semblé, Grand, Ambition, Tendre, Employé. Okay. I N, I am, AIN, and AIM. On. Similar to an with a little emphasis of n. On, I might overemphasize that way I can make a clear distinction. It'll be easier for me. Simple, Martin, important, cousin, impossible, demain, impatient, American, fun. How? Okay, I'm probably gonna end this here. I bought this just for nothing. I'll use this later today. Wait, okay, how many pages do we have left? Oh yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're for sure cooked. We'll end it here. Left off page 19 of book. And page 53 of the PDF. Awesome sauce. Okay, I want to thank you guys for joining me in this brutal stream where I embarrass myself by making weird sounds for like 10-20 minutes. Sorry about that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go. We'll continue this tomorrow. And now all I think about is the sounds. So maybe I'll watch some YouTube videos. Let me break it down. So yeah, thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys.